Hello and welcome to the second episode of Getting Results from Your Resolutions. I'm Keith, your Everyday Polymath, here today to talk to you about taking that brainstorm from yesterday's episode and getting it organized and start to get you on track to your goals this year. So as you can see, I came up with a big long list of things. Everything from the common one of losing weight. I want to record my audiobook. I want to grow my business a little bit. I want to show more gratitude for life. I want to be more thankful. Find ways to do that. I want to sleep better, improve my health. All kinds of things on here, a lot of common ones. Learn to play the piano, just all kinds of stuff. I'm always brainstorming big, long lists of these things. I wrote down a few today just to discuss with you how to take your goals and get them focused so you can start to achieve them. Now, the way I like to do things is I like to come up with a short-term and long-term goal. So this could be two separate things. This could be something that maybe it's very easy for you to get done, a real short project. It could be like your short-term. It helps you build confidence. It helps get the ball rolling so you can start pushing towards that larger goal. Or maybe you take that big goal you have, divide it up into small micro steps, right? You want these little small goals along the way. Helps you build momentum as well as get you taking steps towards achieving the overall achievement, right? So, for example, today, I'm going to talk about losing weight. Now, you can have all these goals, but you need to focus them. You can't just come up with a list of generic things. That's how things get thrown to the wayside and forgotten about. You got to make SMART goals. Now, you may have heard this term before. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. Now, by taking your goal, breaking it down into these areas, you can get focused, give yourself a time frame, and get yourself better on your way to achieving what you want to do in 2021. So, for example here, with losing weight, it's a specific goal, right? You want to lose weight, so you want to lose a certain amount of inches off your waist. Maybe you want to lose a certain number of pounds. It's a little bit different for everybody. Let's say you want to lose 30 pounds and 3 inches off your waist. That's not only specific, that's also measurable. You can measure your waist weekly. You can jump on the scale. It's a very easy one to break into the SMART format. Is it achievable? Of course it's achievable. If you put your mind to it, it can be done. If you want to lose weight, you want to get healthy, you can do it. Don't hold yourself back. Don't be discouraged from past mistakes and setbacks. What happened before doesn't mean that's what's going to happen in the future. It's a very achievable goal. Is it relevant? Of course, your health is always relevant. You need to take care of yourself. So there's really no more important goal than having a healthy body and a healthy mind. So good on you if you're taking on this challenge for 2021. In all this, the final one is time-based. Now this can be adjusted depending on, what you think is reasonable for your lifestyle and your current health situation. You might want to consult with a doctor and just see what he thinks or she thinks what would be a reasonable weight loss plan for you. Generally, they say a loss of 1 to 2 pounds per week is reasonable on average for most people. So just double check with your doctor if you have any health concerns. But on average, I'm looking at probably 1 to 2 pounds per week. And everybody plateaus. It's an overall average over the course of time. So, don't get caught up in that week to week weighing in. You got to look at the overall picture, just like any goal. You can't let the small setbacks keep you from achieving what you really want to do. It's when you push through the hard times, that's when you really make progress. So as far as time-based, I'm going to look at 6 months. I think it's reasonable. Lose a couple pounds a month, work towards it 6 months, gets me into, summer season. We'll see how it goes. I'm starting to come up with a more detailed plan. I'll try and share with you guys as I see that it's effective, and hopefully you can share the same successes that I hope to achieve over the next few months. So once again, going through your SMART goals, going through your New Year's resolutions for this year, number one, you want to break it down, come up with a handful, maybe just one or two, come up with something short term, something long term, or break down your long term goal into shorter steps. Build momentum. As you build momentum, you can start working towards that big achievement that you want to accomplish this year. Make sure you break it down into a SMART goal. Make sure it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. If you can break it down into those 5 categories, just write it down right next to it. It helps you give some framework and gives your brain an idea of how you can start to come up with a plan for how you're going to achieve that goal. You have a timeline to look at. So what can you do in that timeline to achieve your goal? You've got numbers you want to hit. What can you do to hit those numbers? So like for weight loss, for example, you can start to calorie count. So you figure out your calories. You can figure out where you can fit in exercise. How much are you going to exercise per week? What kind of exercise will you do? Another thing is you can start to plan your meals. There's all kinds of things you can do for this specific goal. And really, if you need any assistance with that, feel free to reach out to me. Every goal has a breakdown once you start to brainstorm. There's like a brainstorm within a brainstorm, right? So coming up with the idea is just step one. Then you gotta think about it. You gotta figure out how are you gonna do it. These SMART goals help you to get on track to do that. Tomorrow we'll get into a little bit more detail, the way I think and how I break it down just a little bit further to start coming up with specific plans in how to achieve my goals, and start to come up with a schedule, start to come up with benchmarks to try and meet along the way. So please be sure to tune in tomorrow for episode 3. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and like. And I really look forward to talking more to you about how you can achieve your 2021 goals this year. Until next time, stay curious, Polymaths.